It's the post pod. That's what we do.
That's true.
It is. We're like, it's snacky time. It's post pod. Oh. So.
Oh. I thought of Josh last night because I made Binky watch a movie with me. It's called White Noise. Okay. It's from like 2005. And I told him, I was like, I was so scared when I watched this in 2005 by myself that I had to turn it off. And then we watched
aliens,
EVP, electronic voice phenomenon.
Okay.
So like the premise is that the dead are trying to communicate with you through like white noise, like the static and stuff in the TV,
like Poltergeist.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
was it not scary at all? Now
well, we finished it, and Binky was like, "So this was too scary for you?"
He's like, "Whoa,
I
what's
was
the
like,
problem?"
Well, in my defense, I have none, but it was 21 years ago, so. But it made me think, I was like, I wonder if I just texted Josh and was randomly like, so EVP, if he would like know what I was talking about, which I'm assuming.
I have no doubt.
Of course he does. What do you mean does he? He's like, yeah, I'll come and talk about it for 45 minutes on the pod.
Also, this is Jessie.
This is Kiki.
And this is Two Girls, One Haircut.
Behind the pod.
Yes.
Oh
where we talk about the shit we just
We're
talked
still
about.
talking about vacation and stuff.
But the reason I was thinking of Josh just now and telling that whole story is because the entire way back from the beach, we streamed all of Josh's episodes back to back.
Oh, yeah. We were like,
The
episode
alien.
1, episode 2, Behind the Pod part 3. We were like, yeah. Because there's stuff like we still missed.
Yeah, we hear it and it's like hearing
He
it for the
dropped
first
so
time.
much information.
So much information. Apparently at one point, Binks, he says dumb, which is like deep underground military bunker. I thought he was
or military base or something. I don't know.
I thought he was just saying we're dumb.
He says that and then he goes, of course there's dumb are real, but it sounds like he's saying, we thought he said, of course, don't be dumb or something. And we're like, wait, what? And then on the way home, we were like, oh, it's gonna be like these stupid bitches.
Also, Mom was like, I'm glad that you find yourself so entertaining.
Yeah, she did say that. She goes, I'm glad for you that you think you're entertaining and funny, because you laugh and we're like, oh,
I was
okay.
like, I just think
like
it's funny when I laugh at the thing that I laughed at in the pod, and I laughed the same
way you did in the pod. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You still get wheezy every time you hear him impersonate Trump. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so good. I think, one of my actual favorite parts of this trip was when we were sitting on the back porch. And
oh my gosh.
These random people, two random people walk up the stairs.
No, but you got to set the scene. I say it's early. It's early for vacation. It's like we're in our pajamas. I think it was like 10:30.
Oh, in my mind it was like 7:30.
No, maybe it was like 10 because by the time
I don't get up at 7:30, but it
was like 6 a.m. It's like dark at 6. No, so like we're like on the back patio. We're all in our pajamas. We're all on our phones weirdly instead of like looking out and like watching dolphins, which we watched the dolphins the entire trip. Mm-hmm. We saw so many dolphins on this trip. It was insane. Like a pod of like 20 or more at a time, just swimming back and forth along the beach and doing jumps and flips.
There were like some of the most dolphins I've ever seen on any of our trips.
Yeah, and you could see that there was babies. Mm-hmm. Cuter little babies with their tiny little dorsal fins.
And they were like jumping out of the water. They're like, hee.
They were trying to jump, but they couldn't get high. And it was like so cute. So we weren't even looking at the ocean at this point. We're just like on our phones and we're all individually shopping separately. And these people, I didn't see them coming because if they had walked up the beach, up our walkway, we would have clocked them.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I see someone come up the stairs. Mm-hmm. And it's a guy and a lady. And they're like, hi. And then I'm thinking, do they need something? Is something wrong? And Jessica's thinking, you were like, they're just going to be really disappointed when they realize they climbed the wrong stairs to the wrong house. And I was like, I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking they needed like something, like help or whatever. And we're all like, oh, what? Huh? And they come over like, hi, we're friends with Bill and Barbara, your in-laws. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so I guess they were down in St. George, this neighbor of Bill and Barbara's, and they were like, hey, are you
should
guys...
go by the house.
No, well, they were like, are you guys down here? And Bill's like, no, but my daughter-in-law's down there with her like mom and her sister. And she's like, oh, we'll go say hi to them. And I'm like, I mean, they were very nice, but I'm like, why?
I know.
Like,
I was like, you're better people than me, because
I'm like, ew, I wouldn't go say hi. I'm like,
it's like if Dad was somewhere and he was like, oh, our friends are there, you should go say hi, I'd be like, God, no.
No, it makes me think of Gilmore Girls when they're going on the vacation. Like, did you stop in at the Dusseldorfs? And they're like, no. And they're like, what about the Smiths? And they're like, no, we were so busy. And they had given them a list of all their friends in all these places, and they didn't go see them. Like that would be us. We're like, no, I don't have time for that nonsense.
Yep.
So they like come up and they're standing. So it's a screened-in porch. The entire porch is screened up and bottom and under. So like, no, it's great. So they're standing outside the door. And they're like, oh, we just know Bill and Barbara. No, we want to say hi. And I'm like, and you're like really good. And
I was like, would you like to come in?
you're like, oh, come in. And the first thing I did, though, I saw them come up to the door after they said who they were. Like, not that they needed help, but they wanted to come and say hi to us. And I look over at Jessica and I look at her boobs.
Thank you.
Because Jessica goes without a bra and she's got some big old double D's. And I'm thinking, oh no. She's got some low-hanging fruit right now.
I was wearing a bra. Thank you very much.
No, I was thinking, oh my God, do I need to be like, perk up, ladies? Like, and I look over at her and she has like a bra, and I was like, thank God.
I love that strangers walk up to the patio and like introduce themselves. And the thing you're worried about is if I'm wearing a bra. Not like, are they going to murder us, or what are these people doing?
I mean,
but
I
just
could
like,
take them.
Is Jessica wearing a bra? Like,
I knew I could take them.
Priorities.
And so then they come in and they're talking to us and everything. And they were very friendly and nice. And then after you say to me, you're like, I can't believe how nice you were.
Yeah, well, first off, you're not nice
or
friendly
ever.
And you had trade show face.
I told you, I put on my trade show voice and face. Like and also they know my in-laws, so I was like, I have to be nice.
Who are you right now?
Yeah, you were like, they left and you looked at me and I thought you were going to say something about like them, and you're like, who are you?
You took a picture with them.
Oh my God. They're like, can we get a picture to like prove that we were all together? And I'm like, sure, come on over.
And
the
best part is I'm like, I'll take the picture.
Yeah. And then they want
to
a mom in it. Mom's like, no.
Mom's like, I don't have makeup
Mom
on.
doesn't even, she's like, I need tripod. It's like, absolutely not. And they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like posing and stuff. And then and they leave and you're like, what just happened? I was like, I had to put on trade show face, which you don't even realize, Jessica, when I'm putting on trade show face and trade show voice,
it's me.
It's you.
I know.
I'm being you, because I hate having to do that and interact. So whenever I had to go to a trade show and be like friendly and outgoing and talk, I just am like, channel Jessica, pretend you're Jessie. So I just pretend I'm Jessie. So I was just being you. That's why you were so shocked.
I know. And I think I was actually kind of relieved because
you didn't have to.
Yes.
Also, because you were like, I don't know these people and they don't know my in-laws.
I was just like, oh, she's doing it, so I don't have to. And then I was like, oh, thank God.
And we're making conversation with them, and we're talking about what we're doing and reading books. And the one guy's like, have you heard the book Theo of Golden?
Mm-hmm. Which I'm like, no.
And we're like, no, like, Mom has. And
I'm like, what's
so funny is Jessica's like, what?
Is there a shadow daddy in it?
If there's not a shadow daddy.
Because that's what I'm really into right now.
Is Theo a shadow daddy? I'm reading this thing. It's like really smutty.
No, I'm reading this series that people tell me has a lot of smut, but so far I feel lied to.
You've been gypped. So he's like, have you heard of Theo Golden? She's like, oh, are you going to tell him? And he's like, yeah. He's like, and she's like, well, I'm in book club with Barbara, my mother-in-law. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, and it's always so hard to find a book Barbara hasn't read. Barbara was an English teacher. She's read everything. She can remember every book she's ever read. She reads all kinds of books. Doesn't matter what it's about.
If you find a book she hasn't read, it really is
it's like shocking.
It is like such an accomplishment.
So she's like, we're always trying to find a book Barbara hasn't read. And then we're like, have you read this? And she tells us all about it. We're like, God, how'd she remember that? I'm like, it's the English teacher in her. She's just not going to forget it. And so he's like, oh, well, we've read this guy's book in our book club because he actually lives in the neighborhood and he's self-published up until recently, and he was picked up by a publisher and he's kind of blown up. And she's like, oh yeah, Oprah was there this past weekend at his house in Pine Mountain, it's like Pine Mountain, Georgia, by Callaway Gardens, because she's going to buy the rights to his stories for movies. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what now? We're like, Oprah? Oprah. And they're like, yeah, Oprah. She was just there at his house for like, yeah, hanging out. And we're like, it is like a treasure trove of rich white people out there, because between that and Margot Robbie, if you've listened before, someone's related to Margot Robbie out there. It's like, you're like, what's happening here? It's like, you never know who's going to be there. And you're like, never when I'm there.
I'm like, and if you've ever been to Pine Mountain, Georgia, it is literally one stoplight.
It was one stoplight.
One red light.
Yeah, it really is. It's crazy. You're like, what is happening
There's
here?
nothing. The only thing there is Callaway
Gardens. You have to drive
Gardens.
like 20 minutes to get to Publix. It's crazy. It's just like the really beautiful Callaway Gardens, and that's it. And I'm like, Oprah? And they're like, yeah, Oprah. I'm like, does she know about my space episode? I mentioned her. No, it's just crazy to me that these people. But we should talk about the other couple we saw on the trip.
Oh, the one that we kept seeing. Over
so like
and over.
if you go on a trip or you're on like staying at a hotel or wherever, you're gonna see the same people, right?
Well, no, in theory you should, but I think there's so many times you don't.
I guess there's times you don't.
But think about this. Like, we're on an island. We're not in a hotel.
That's
and
true.
we kept running into the same couple over and over. It was like the first
meal, our first hour on the island. Excuse me. We go and we're like, we're going to go to the Parrot and eat. It's like this great outside dining thing on the beach. And they sit us right next to this couple, right?
Mm-hmm. Like on top of them, basically.
And we're trying to figure out their vibe. Like, okay, so she has a very New York,
New Jersey,
I'm going to say Jew vibe.
Yeah.
And that doesn't sound, that's not, I'm Jewish, okay? I'm saying that as a Jew, right? So it's, I don't mean that like offensively. Because some people, I guess somebody could say that offensively. I'm Jewish. Like, she had this New York kind of like, don't fuck with me, but I know what I want. And she had the accent, and she's skinny. She kind of looks like she could be Jewish. She's so tan, though. She
looks like
tan.
an islander because she's so tan.
She's so tan. It's insane. And she's with it. And she, like, what would you say her age was?
1,000.
She was really tan and dry. I mean, like 50s, 60s, right?
If it's between 7 and 70,
you have no idea.
It's all the same to me.
I'm like, she could have been 12. She could have been 89. I don't know. But she's like older, right? She's lived her life. And she's there with a guy. Now, I can't really see the guy.
And that's who I can see.
And we're listening. And they're like, but they're like trying to figure out what they're going to order, right?
And he's like giving me like gay
you said
Stanley Tucci vibes.
Yeah, he's bald, right?
Yeah,
you were like, he's gay, and I'm like, is he? And so we're trying to figure out like what their vibe is, because they're talking, and she's like looking at the menu, and she's saying things like, oh, like, what are you, and she's asking him questions like it's somebody that you're not like you would say to Binky, like, Binky, do you want to share this? But more like, do you eat shellfish?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, if you were with this person or in a relationship, you would know this, right?
Yes.
Like, you would know that for the most part.
Yeah.
Even if it's just friends.
Yeah.
And like, so I'm trying to figure out their relationship. It's so strange to me. And she's saying stuff like, oh, well, are you and they're talking about like seafood, and she's like, would you eat this? Is that something you eat? And da-da-da. And they're talking about like sharing, but then they're not. And she's touching him.
Yeah, I thought they were like a couple, but then I was like,
she's touching his arm, and then, doesn't mean you're sleeping together, but you're trying. And then she says, like, they get drinks, and she says, let's cheers to, she goes, anniversary, no, what would you say? So like honeymoon or anniversary or whatever you want to call it is what she says. And I'm like, what? That makes no sense to me. I'm like, honeymoon implies romance.
Yeah. And I was
or saying anniversary could be like friendship anniversary, or we've been friends, or like this is our first trip together. I don't know. I can't figure it out. And then she's like, their food comes, and she's like, let's pray. And I'm like, I have gotten everything wrong with this woman. Apparently she's not Jewish. If you don't know, we don't pray before we eat. I'm like, what is happening here? Like, who are these people? And I am so obsessed at this point, I can't focus on our own meal. Like, we're on vacation, our first meal together, and I'm like, Jessica, I need you to listen. I need you to clock it. Mom, can you see them? What are you seeing? Explain everything to me. I need to know. It's so weird.
And then the thing that I didn't say in our episode is, in our full episode, is that when I showed up to the donut shop and there was one couple standing in line,
it was them, and she was like not friendly, you said.
No, because the lady.
No, I will say part of the problem with the donut shop is they're not like soup Nazi hurry up don't talk to us. They're very friendly. And so the reason you want it, people get up there and they're like, what do you want? And then people are like, do you have any of these? Can I get this? And then you have like a line around the building and people are like, you need to get up there and know what you want. They don't treat you like that there. They're very nice. But
everybody else in line is that way.
Everyone else in line is like, you need to
together.
get your shit together and know what you're getting because you got angry people behind you. So she's up there, and you said they're like trying to talk nice to her.
Yeah, it was so well. And I found this out when I had my turn. It was like the lady who was like checking us out was like the best friend of the owner of the shop who was in there, and so she was like trying to make chitty chat with the couple in front of them, and she's like, oh, are you an islander? Which I understand the question because
the lady is so tan.
Yes.
It's like the kind where your skin gets wrinkly because you're so dried up. Like, it's crazy.
And the lady was like, no.
And she's got that Florida, like, she's skinny.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're from South Florida, and so I say New York because there's a lot of snowbirds. Like, people come down from New York for like half the year and stuff. So I'm like, she's got that snowbird vibe, even though we're in North Florida.
But even at the donut shop, they had this weird dynamic in like, we're traveling together and we know each other, but we don't know each other.
But then also I heard him say something at one point about like, showing her something and like, I thought this could go above the TV, and she's like, oh yeah, that could work. And then what about this? Like, they're living together. I'm like, what is God? I wanted to just I had a rum runner and I wanted to just lean over and be like, so what's your story? Like, what's happening here? So badly, because I feel like I'm never gonna know and it's gonna drive me crazy. Well, and they were not friendly to the girl at the donut thing. She was so like and like mean. And was she touching him there?
Yes.
Were
like
they
on the arm and
were
stuff
they
again. I mean, she was holding his ass. So.
I mean, she cupped his butt the whole time, but like, it was totally platonic.
Yeah, it was like in a really friendly way.
No, but what you said, he seemed very gay at the donut shop.
He did.
Because you got like a full view of him, and you said he was very like put together.
Yes,
but not in a metro way.
No, definitely not a metro way. Like in a very like, I am very well kept and intentionally kept and like just okay here's the other thing. It's like 9 a.m. on the island. Like, everybody looks a little bit like ragged, right? Like, everybody
it's not New England people. Nobody looks good on this island.
Nobody looks good. So everybody looks a little like, I drank too much last night and kind of
woke up on the beach and forgot where I was.
Exactly. And I fell asleep outside and like, let's go find a donut. God. So everybody looks everybody looks a little rough around the edges.
They're like The Walking Dead trying to find a donut.
Yeah, like I'm, throwing on clothes and I'm like throwing on my baseball hat.
Also, normally you would be hot and sweaty waiting in that line.
And he's just like perfectly
dressed,
like styled, like everything, like the shirt's tucked in the right way, like there's no hair anywhere, like
on his arms or anything,
on his arms, on his head, like he's.
So do you think it's like a White Lotus situation?
What's the White Lotus situation?
Like, where the rich blonde, and she doesn't know that they're gay, and they're like trying to get her in a relationship with them and stuff, and then the gays are trying to kill me.
I don't know. All I was focused on was the lady. She turns around, the grumpy one, and she was like, oh my God, we got here at the right time. It's me standing behind them, and then one other person.
Couple. What do you think her name is?
Oh, Karen.
You sure it's not Jessica?
No, Jessica's will fuck you up.
So we got Karen.
Yeah. I don't know. What else?
I don't know. I'm trying to think what his name would be.
Oh, Karen and Stanley.
Stanley Tucci. So Stanley's definitely... Well, see, but Stanley Tucci
isn't gay.
Is metro.
I know.
I fucking love Stanley Tucci. He's the
Maybe
best.
it's the Italian. It's like the Southern.
But the Italians can get away with it.
It's like the Southern gay thing where you're like,
no, Southern gays are gay. They just haven't come out yet. Okay, I'm sorry. There are guys here that you're like.
No, it's just the Southern thing.
Like,
it just throws you off. It's just it's like they are good men reading the Bible, having multiple babies. They just sound gay because
they're just like honey.
Yes, because they're really Southern.
It's not. I think they're just closeted.
What was it? Oh, you introduced me to the English teacher. Is that what it was?
And he is like trying to out the guy.
Yeah.
What the guy is, he says he's 90% gay.
No,
10% bi.
He's 80% bi. and then 20%.
No. He's 80% gay, 20% bi. And he goes, you mean that you're 10% straight? And he's like, yeah. And he was like, that's not a thing. But he's like super Southern vibe.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's gay. And they're like, no, he's just Southern, man. And I'm like, if you know, you know, right? Like, you get it. But this couple, I just feel like I need to know what their deal is. I'm going to think about them for the rest of my life. I hope that they're there when we go back and I can be like, so how's your relationship going? And then get some details.
I feel like next time we go on vacation to the beach, I am just going to make sure that you are plied with liquor at all times.
So I'll ask questions.
Which will allow me to then do the things that I want. Like when we got you drunk and then drove to the Piggly Wiggly.
Ew.
And I was walking around because there was a Celine Dion song on. I came down the aisle
corner and
I was like, threw my arms up like I was singing and stuff. And the lady was like, I'm so here for it.
Did she say?
Yes. She was like, I love it. I'm here for it.
I walked around the corner looking for candy like a stupid child and got lost and separated from y'all. And Mom said, you came and you're like, are you drunk? I'm like, yes. Because you were like, you walked away from the group.
And I was like, made you try on all the things. Like,
the Piggly Wiggly sunglasses.
They have a Piggly Wiggly merch section, which
did.
I really wanted.
You wanted those T-shirts, and I was like, ew, no, it's gross.
And I was like, this is like the best thing ever.
Okay, so I want to do some like really quick this or that.
Sure.
Okay, would you rather be trapped on vacation with your ex or your boss?
Boss, hands down.
Really?
Yes. Well, especially right now, I love my boss. So yes, I mean,
yeah, you're like, I love my boss, so boss. Yeah, no, I don't have really any exes, so I'm gonna go with me because I'm my boss. It doesn't apply for me.
What if we're gonna say mom's your boss?
Oh yeah,
still yes.
Yeah, 100%.
I know. I was like, that's not really a fair question because like
it was for you, not me. Would you rather?
I was gonna say it would. Right now, it would be hands down. All day, every day, my boss.
Yeah. Would you rather miss the flight there or the flight home?
Oh, flight home.
Oh my God, me too. Because I'm like, once I get there, like I can't miss a flight getting there.
No,
that's
because I'm like, that's well, one, it sets the tone for the whole trip.
But
right?
we already said I'm carrying on, so I don't have to worry about my luggage getting there before me.
It's gonna screw up the whole trip. So I'm like, but once you're done with the trip, you don't really want to go home anyway.
No.
So you're like, if it takes a little bit longer to get there, it's fine.
Oh
like,
my God.
it's all right.
Would you rather go on vacation with someone who complains about money constantly or spends recklessly? That is us.
I was gonna say, I think we just had that.
We just had that. I'm like, this is expensive. You don't need that Piggly Wiggly T-shirt. You don't need that. And you're like, let's spend it. I want to go on vacation with someone else who spends recklessly.
And I'm like, I think I need it. I think you need it. I think we all need it.
You're like, and we need to take pictures. Yeah, no, 100%. All right. Would you rather go on vacation where everything goes wrong but it's funny, or everything goes right and it's boring?
Oh, funny.
No, I'm like boring. Let's go with boring. I need things to go right.
No, I'm
planning it.
I'm okay with everything going to shit as long as
you can pot about it.
Yeah. As long as while it's going to shit, we're having fun and laughing.
Yeah,
about
but you're not. You're going to be freaking out.
Why
would
would I be freaking out?
I'm just trying to think of what would go to shit. It's like you get there and you don't have a reservation at the hotel.
Oh, at the hotel.
I was
going to say.
Not at dinner, at the hotel.
Yeah, I was like, dinner, so we go somewhere else to eat. Like, it's not a big deal. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah.
You miss your flight on the way. Then you get there and there's a hurricane
I'm a Karen
through.
In the sense of I'd be like, oh, I had a reservation. You need to make this right. Then I'd be like scaring everybody around me.
And they'd be like, we saw you coming a mile away with that haircut.
Oh, you bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Is there more?
Oh no, that was it. I only had like 4.
I'm used to like Binky giving us lots of questions.
No, it was just a couple.
Oh, okay.
But I really think that like we talked about in the birthday episode, embracing like in your new year. And I'm really going to try to embrace like being the 16-year-old I never was.
Oh, speaking of 16-year-olds that you never were, I got back and started watching. I will circle back. This point is going to, it'll connect at some point. Okay. So we get back and I'm like, sick as a dog. And I'm like, what am I going to watch? I started The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Finally, I've been telling you this.
Right? And she like is turning 16.
I think she's like 16 or she turned 16 in it.
She turned 16 on during the summer of the first season.
Okay, I've been telling you to watch this because it is like, it's based off of a young adult book series, but it's so like Hamptons summer vibes. she's in love with one of the boys that's in the family or whatever that they go on vacation with all the time. They play Taylor Swift through the entire thing.
Yes.
I mean, it's like a vibe.
It is a vibe. And I think I was just missing my non-New England trip that I just had.
That you just had.
And I came back. But the thing I was thinking last night, I've like watched all of season 1 except the last episode.
Okay.
And there's a lot of drinking. And I'm like, these kids are 16, 17. Like, they're in high school. Like, one of them is, like, the older brother's going to college. So he's like 8,
turning
maybe
18
just
or
graduated.
18.
Yeah, so he would be 18. The other one's in college, which, okay.
No.
Conrad's
going to college.
I don't know.
Right?
I thought he was in college. Because he
think
dropped out of football.
Yeah, but I think that people are going to be annoyed because we don't know. I think that
we're arguing about something that doesn't matter. But either way, these kids are kind of young to be drinking. And there's a lot of like...
Didn't you drink when you were young at parties?
That is neither here nor there.
Yeah,
We're not talking about me. We're talking
people
about...
People got thrown in pools and all kinds of stuff.
We're talking about TV. And I feel like
that's like... I feel like it's a pretty tame show. So like... They're also contained drinking, right? They're like... I haven't seen it in a while, but they're like hanging out. They're in one place. They're not driving and stuff.
Yeah. I know, but I'm just
why is that upsetting you?
I don't know, because I'm just like, you're talking about living your best 16-year-old life, but I'm like, these 16-year-olds are drinking. They shouldn't be drinking. The 44-year-old in me is like...
The 44-year-old's playing 16-year-olds? Because that's always what it is, right? They're like 28.
First off, how dare you?
They're like 28 and they're like, I'm 15. And you're like, yeah, that's believable.
They're like, I've had 3 kids.
I know. I was just thinking that because it's like, I haven't watched Euphoria. But like, I saw this clip and Zendaya's like, people ask me what I've been doing since high school. And I guess it's supposed to be like, she's just out of high school. And I'm like, I'm 37 and have like 3 children. Like, please. Like, she's just got out of high school. Oh my God. I looked 12 when I got out of high school.
You still look 12.
I do. It's fine.
Oh, but do you feel like you embraced your best 16-year-old self?
I'm trying. I'm like...
On the trip?
Well, I think it was a good start.
I do too.
I think it was a good start. I got us little bestie hearts.
I know, they're so
That was for anyone who was wondering, because I got her a gift and she didn't get me one. If you've been keeping track, like I do. I got little catbird, little bestie hearts, and they're so tiny and they're so cute. And I'm like trying to figure out how I can embrace going into this year, as in like April to April for birth year. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do like the whole 16 vibe. We're going to get tattoos. I mean, I don't think people get tattoos when they're 16, but you know, we're going to do irresponsible stuff. Pierce our own ears, maybe.
I don't know how I feel about that either.
Okay, well, we'll go have someone pierce our ears. Get a third piercing in our lobe. Like, I'm even doing it like with how I dress. Like, I'm trying to be more like...
You're trying to dress like a 16-year-old?
I sound so dumb. No, it's like stuff like I'm trying to be more confident because like I would never wear like...
Do you think 16-year-olds are confident?
Oh, yeah, they're dumb as fuck. They walk around like, I know everything, and they know nothing. I wasn't when I was 16, but I remember you at 16. Remember when we talked about you peaked?
Yeah, I know. I was like, 15? I was living my best life.
So I'm trying to be more spontaneous, not give a shit. I'm trying to do that, you know?
Yeah. And when you've got one rum runner in her
and a couple of GLP-1 shots, I am just like...
All right, this is Jessie.
This is Kiki.
And this is 2 Girls, 1 Haircut.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, this is Jessie. Real quick, before you go, if you aren't doing this already, please don't forget to follow us, rate us, and leave us a review. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. But 5 stars only, because really, who needs that kind of negativity in their life? And if you've made it this far, you're basically family. So let's act like it and share the episode. Okay, bye.